What a time to be alive, eh? I mean, wow. What a year we faced, and even more upheaval now as we enter 2021. And all this can't be doing much for people's mental health with the lockdown, the two national lockdowns in the spring and the autumn of last year, of course. We've got this new lockdown now, lockdown number 3, but this time it's obviously fallen in the darkest days of winter, and with everything around us, including that episode last night in Washington. Experts raising concerns about the impact that less sunlight, uncertainty about the new coronavirus variant, and more restrictive measures coming into force again could have on people's mental health. Noel McDermott is a psychotherapist. He joins me now. Morning to you, Noel.
Hi, how you doing?
Really well. Thank you so much for coming on this morning. I say really well, though, isn't it? People do say when you say, how are you? They go, yeah, I'm fine. And really, sometimes it's not fine, is it? Because sometimes, especially this time.
It's been a rubbish year.
Yeah.
It's been a rubbish year.
People aren't feeling good at the moment, are they, Noel?
No, not at all. And I think with the repetition of the lockdown, it increases the anxiety, and it always does. When you have horrible things repeating themselves, they always feel progressively worse because of the repetition, which is important to understand, because it's not necessarily worse, but it definitely feels worse.
That is an interesting way of looking at it, actually, the repetition of it the third time, and it's like, oh my goodness, when is this going to end? Yeah. I talked to someone on the phone who phoned in a couple of days ago when it happened, and he said that he had a panic attack as soon as the announcement was made after. And this is what we're hearing, aren't we?
That's really normal. And I think people need to understand that response is a normal response to this sort of psychological process, but it's not necessarily the case that things are worse. They just feel worse, and it's really important to understand that.
And how much is the weather?
At the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, well, you say light at the end of the tunnel, and that's maybe part of the problem is because it's so dark at the moment. How much does the weather and the season factor into this?
Well, it's a complicating factor, because we know during winter anyway that our bodies slow down. We begin to feel lower as a natural consequence of the lack of light. And also because we've got this crazy thing that we do with clocks that adds to it, where we change the times and we miss the daylight. And it's crucial. It's a crucial problem. But with working from home, we can, in theory, and a number of people can, they can organise their life so they can get out much more during the day. You're not bound to an office. So think about how you change your work schedule if you have control over it, so that actually you could increase the amount of sunlight that you're getting. And that's the crucial thing, is that...
Yeah, getting out. How important is that? Because some people will want to just lay on the sofa, watch a bit of telly, not do much, maybe stay in bed and just can't get out. But if they do, what does it offer them?
Well, what it offers you is a great boost in reward chemicals inside your brain that will lift your mood and improve your emotional and physical health. And it's free and it's easy. It's particularly true if you go to your local park, for example, because any amount of nature, we know this from studies, will shift the brain chemistry and will improve. Also, when you're going out, if you can use that one person that you can socialise with and arrange for them to be with you, you then get an extra boost in terms of social contact, and that again will massively lift your mood. And it's really simple and it's really free.
What about if, I know some people like to talk, well, a lot of people say if you need me, I'm there, come and talk to me and all of that, and then if they're not feeling that good themselves, when someone does call, they might not necessarily want to talk to anybody. That's an issue as well, isn't it?
It's okay, I know, and I understand that. And you don't really need to talk about what the problems are, but what evidence shows is if you're talking to somebody that you like and who likes you, that will lift your mood. Yeah. Because any sort of social contact is highly rewarded because we're social animals. So you can chat about anything. In fact, I would suggest you chat about something interesting and fun and things like that. And then just allow your brain to do its natural thing, which is nice, safe, happy person that I'm talking to. Yes. This is okay.
I did that exactly yesterday with a friend of mine. We just talked for about half an hour about RuPaul's Drag Race.
Exactly.
And it was fun.
Exactly
it just took us away.
Yeah,
that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and you sort of think about, your TV and stuff like that. If you're watching Netflix, go on the comedy bit of it, and give yourself a bit of light relief and a bit of distraction from everything.
And don't watch too much of the news. That's the thing, isn't it?
No, my God, don't do that.
Because last night, you know what? I've been so tired this week, and I thought to myself last night, I'm going to go to sleep early tonight. But then what happened? All of that last night in Washington. So it was on the telly all the way through. I couldn't get to sleep. I wanted to see what was happening. This is the trouble. You just want to see, don't you?
It gives a bit of interest, doesn't it? And also, I have to say, I'm sort of grateful I'm not over there. And sort of focusing like that on what you are grateful for and what sort of things you do have rather than what you've lost is a great little trick. And it really is sort of helpful to think about it.
Well, Noel McDermott, listen, it's wonderful to get you on. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Psychotherapist there, giving a few ideas on how to keep our minds healthy. That's what we need. Keep positive. Phone a friend and talk about RuPaul's Drag Race like me. Thanks to Noel. Here's Robert Palmer.